Welcome to the fifth session of the All India Bhava Prachar Parishads convention. This session, the topic of this session will be Ramakrishna-Vivekananda Bhava Prachar Parishad, its achievements and scope. Yesterday's theme was 125 years of Ramakrishna Mission, journey together in Seva and Bhava Prachar. This session, which will be in English, is chaired by Revered Swami Muktinathananda ji Maharaj, who is sitting in the center there. We have a total of 7 speakers in this panel. So one by one, we will be requesting the revered Swamijis and the respected conveners to come here. With the permission of the Secretary, Chairman Maharaj, we will start this session, Maharaj. So the first speaker will be revered Swami Atmanishthananda ji. Revered Maharaj will speak on the topic role of conveners and joint conveners in guiding member ashramas and ashramas under observation. Revered Maharaj is Secretary Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Smriti Mandir, Khetri. Maharaj.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahabirjam Kadvabahi Tejasvinabadhitama Stuma Vidvishabahi. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. First of all, I surrender myself to Sri Guru Maharaj, Ma Sharada Devi and Swami Vivekananda. Respected Swami Muktinathananda ji Maharaj at the chair, and our elder monks, I make pranam to all of them, and brothers monks are there, best wishes to them, and the nuns and all the members of the Bhava Prachar Parishads, everyone, I greet them and just my humble regards to them. So now, this is the message of Ramakrishna, Sri Sharada Devi and Swami Vivekananda has spread out beyond institutions to become a global movement. Aim of this movement is to uplift the humanity. The Ramakrishna Sangha started with the clarion call of Sri Ramakrishna at Dakshineshwar, quote, "Where are you all? Please come. I cannot live without you," unquote. The Divine Mother had assured him that there were spiritual seekers waiting. In the year 1897, Swami Vivekananda gave a formal shape to the Sangha by establishing Ramakrishna Mission Association. We are celebrating the 150th year of this remarkable event in history. Swami Vivekananda wanted the centers of Ramakrishna Mission to serve as a model before the society, demonstrating practical application of great ideal of Sri Ramakrishna. Inspired by Ramakrishna Mission, people in the society will establish similar centers to serve the society. In course of time, fulfilling the wish of Swamiji, there came up hundreds of non-affiliated centers in India. that follow the ideals and principles of Ramakrishna Mission and conduct activities such as puja, running schools, hostels, and relief work during calamities. To align the non-affiliated centers with the Ramakrishna Order, an advisory committee called the Bhava Prachar Committee was formed at Belur Math headquarters in 1980. It consists of senior monks and chaired by the Order's General Secretary. Under this committee's guidance, regional Bhava Prachar Parishads of lay devotees of independent centers were created in India. Each parishad includes representatives from local independent centers. A convener is nominated from the representatives of local independent centers by the president in consultation with vice presidents and other members of the parishad, and the president and vice presidents being monks nominated by Belur Math committee. Now the topic of discussion is role of conveners and joint conveners in guiding member ashramas under their member ashramas and ashramas under observation. So the Parishad convener liaises between monks and the devotees, linking the Belur Math committee and the local centers. They coordinate the centers' activities regionally. The convener ensures centers follow the Ramakrishna Order's 10 guidelines. Its compliance allows them to remain in as Parishad members. Now, there are 10-point guidelines, and the convener oversees whether the member ashramas are following those 10-point guidelines or not. Actually, all the member ashramas has voluntarily came under the Parishad, so everybody is willing to be guided. There is no need of enforcement. Convener's role is that he will have to motivate the centers to follow the rules. Sometimes the secretaries or presidents of individual centers, they are so busy, they have their duties in their family, in their office, so sometimes they forget or cannot give time. So that's why the convener will have to pursue and remind, and sometimes he will have to motivate them to comply with the guidances already given to them. So there are one more thing is to monitor. It is better to periodically visit the centers. Different centers are there. Sometimes they can just take the president of the center or vice president of the center, if they also are willing, they can in a group they can visit the individual ashramas, and there they can see the compliance with the guidelines, and also that time if president, vice president, any monk goes, they can give some speeches also. That's how Bhava Prachar also can be done. So there are I short will just discuss what are the guidelines and how and that has to be what are to be maintained. The member centers must register as religious trusts and societies, upholding the order's spiritual and ethical ideals. The activities should align with the orders. The member centers must maintain proper audited accounts annually. This is required for transparency. It is not that everybody is devotee, everybody is honest, but since it is a donation, public money, so their transparency should be there. That's why the financial accounts should be kept, and sometimes it happens the books of accounts and the other official documents that usually taken, sometimes secretary or president take it in their house. So that should not be done. That in the ashrama itself should have an office, and there it should be kept, so that anybody comes, they can, those who are members, they can also see those copies. And there are so many other points are there. I will not discuss all of them. Everybody knows about the 10-point guidelines. And one point I will just tell that while doing their role as convener, they can experiment, or they can introduce a new way of doing work. Yesterday, in the second session, Belur Math has mentioned some of the things, the WhatsApp, making WhatsApp group, or workshop on daily puja, helping the poor to take advantage of the government welfare schemes. Like that, so many innovation can be done in their role. While doing their role, their roles is there to implement the 10-point guidelines. That is, apart from that, they can contribute a little bit more by introducing some innovative things in their in working of the work parishads. That will be good. And next point is that this is also an opportunity for the convener to assume the role of a general among the soldiers of Ramakrishna. So this is a very much an opportunity to enrich oneself spiritually also. It will be beneficial for him. It will be beneficial for him for enriching their own life spiritually. How? Now, while discharging his duties, they can see that some element of his character may be disturbing, that is not detrimental to give to do the work. So he can just eliminate that, try to eliminate that from his character, and he can get a new thing, good element in his character. So that way, that can also enrich his life while discharging this convener, the role of convener. So thank you very much. I pray to Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sharada Devi, Swami Vivekananda, to give all of us strength to do the Bhava Prachar of Sri Ramakrishna. Namaskar.
Thanks, Maharaj. We will next request Revered Swami Apteshwarananda Ji Maharaj. He will speak on devotees at the helm of member ashrama's affairs should have adequate knowledge of Ramakrishna-Vivekananda literature. Revered Maharaj is Secretary, Ramakrishna Mission Ashrama, Puri.
Om Jananing Saradang Deving Ramakrishnan Jagadgurum Pada Padme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Revered Swami Muktinathananda Ji Maharaj, Chairman of this session, brother monks on the dais, Sarbeswar Purakayastha Babu, Sahoo Ji, and in the audience, Pujaniya Maharajis, brother monks, respected nuns, adorable members of the member ashramas of Ramakrishna-Vivekananda, Bhava Prachar Parishads. So I offer my pranams, loving namaskaras, shraddha to everybody. Before I begin, I would like to offer my pranams to this assembly of the devotees who are here to discuss various aspects of Bhava Prachar of Sri Ramakrishna movement. Thakur used to say, Anek jonke ekshate dekhle uddipan hoy. When many are assembled in the name of God, one feels spiritually uplifted. I have been asked to speak before you the importance of knowledge of Ramakrishna-Vivekananda literature for our devotees who are the helm of member ashramas affairs. It would be superfluous to stress on the importance of knowledge for any movement. So what to say about its importance for the Ramakrishna Bhava Dhara, whose backbone is scriptures, whose roots extend to way back to the Vedas, and extend up to our own times, that has given us the great spiritual literature related to Thakur, Ma, and Swamiji. Any movement gets dissipated and ruined if it is not backed strongly by a thorough understanding of its principles and their application to the contemporary society. In its absence, bigotry and fanaticism takes roots, and the uncultured hijack the system, who soon demolish their own parent movement. What else to say about the importance of knowledge for us? The Gita says it beautifully, Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate tat swayam yoga samsiddha kalena atmani vindati. Indeed, there exists nothing in this world as purifying as knowledge. If one has knowledge, one realizes God in one's own heart after attaining perfection in yoga. It is unfortunate that many of our devotees have developed this notion that there is no need to do any study since we are devoted to Thakur. Reading of Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna is enough. Thakur did not study, so why we need to? These and other such reasons that we may have only expose our inner bankruptcy, which is bound to lead us to ignorance, confusion, lack of faith, delusions, and other related issues. There are two reasons why we must have a thorough knowledge of our literature. First, life building ourselves. When we study the source books related to Thakur, Ma, Swamiji, Gita, Upanishads, and other such books, our conviction in the spiritual ideal given to us by our Guru become firm. It is only through a firm conviction that one surmounts the obstacles in spiritual life. Here, I would like to remind you of the story of Nachiketa, who due to his Shraddha, acquired through what he had learned, faced death. Shraddha means conviction in spiritual ideals, which one acquires through the words of Guru and also through scriptures. We have seen how our elder monks, many of whom are no more with us in this physical body, used to emphasize the importance of learning. They themselves were well versed in scriptures and thus could live the life according to those ideals. Importance of Swadhyaya. There is a famous saying that regular study and chanting of scriptures is better than even their understanding. We have heard from our elders that books like Kathamrita should be in our daily reading habit. Being Madhyama Adhikari, it is important for us to stay immersed in scriptures. If we truly want to grow spiritually, we need to understand that we are not spiritual giants, and so we need to study our scriptures on a daily basis. It is only through a repeated abhyasa that these ideas can become ours. Most revered Swami Turiyanandaji Maharaj used to say that one should contemplate upon every verse of the Gita at least for a month. Only then its meaning will become clear to us. The same is true of our sacred books like Kathamrita. You will be able to face the attacks of the critics. Today we live in the cyber world where social media has become very important. Through this, people are learning a lot about religion and also getting a lot of misinformation which they bring to us to attack us or to seek clarification. If we know the truth, then we will be saved from cyber garbage floating around. More than that, those who are at the helm of affairs of Bhava Prachar must have a clear understanding of our scriptures, without which we will not be able to fend off the critics or help the curious seekers. Taking Thakur's Bhava forward, our organization is fresh and growing. This means that new centers will have to be started at more and more places. Our work will need to be expanded, and through all this more and more, people will join Sri Ramakrishna Bhavadhara. More importantly, we need to understand that culture is a by-way process in which one adapts new culture and they also need to be trained in that. It is not only the new devotees, but also the young ones who need to be given us the proper exposure to our literature, without which this bhava will lose steam, as happens with most movements. We find in our Upanishads that one should go to a teacher who is well versed in scriptures. It is true for us too. The would-be devotees will judge our bhava through our way of life and learn about it from our words. If we are not well versed in our literature, then obviously we will fail to inspire them. To take the ideas and ideal of Thakur forward, it is imperative that we must study the source books related to our bhava thoroughly. Fortunately, our publication centers have made it possible for all to have a clear information and knowledge of the life and words of our masters. The onus of serving Thakur in this way lies squarely with us, and we must perform our duty well. What to read? We are often asked, what books should we read as a devotee of Thakur? The answer is a bit tricky, since people have different kinds of choices. However, as commanders of the bhava, it is important for us to have a thorough knowledge of the biography of Thakur, Ma, Swamiji, and the direct disciples through authentic source of books which include the Great Master, Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, Life of Holy Mother, her Gospel, biography of Swamiji, and some of his select works. If possible, one should also read Swamiji's complete works. In short, I believe that one good way to do Thakur Seva and Sangha Seva would be to study literature related to our bhava and then take our movement forward till it reaches every home in India and abroad. Jai Ma, Jai Thakur, Jai Swamiji, Namaskar.
Thanks, Maharaj. Our next speaker will be Revered Swami Swasamvedyananda Ji Maharaj. Revered Maharaj will speak on reaching out to schools and colleges effectively. Revered Maharaj is Secretary, Ramakrishna Mission Ashrama, Vishakhapatnam.
My Sastanga pranams to Thakur Ma Swamiji, and respectful pranams to today's session, your chairperson, revered Swami Muktinathananda Maharaj, and other Swamijis on the dais and off the dais, and Matajis. My love and namaskars to the devotees assembled here. Today we see the scenario in the society when we approach colleges and schools. Students have got certain possibilities and certain limitations. First of them, they have much concern about the limitations. They come, most of them, from nuclear family background. They will be focusing on 3 E's: education, examination, employment. How to get better way in these 3 fields are more focusing than the possibilities expanding their mental faculties in coming future. In this scenario, when we approach these students in schools and colleges, we find very limitation for us to preach moral values and love Mahan Bharat, imbibe Swamiji's ideas. But when we approach proper way, there are ways to work out. Because of our approach, we found some lessons, we learned lessons. When we visit with our member ashrama devotees to the schools and colleges, they first focus how these member ashrama devote householders training their children. This is question. So first of us, my dear household devotees of Ramakrishna, let us start this practical way. Let us train our children, our neighbors, our relatives first. Then we can wholeheartedly, boldly, courageously, we can approach the students. Then only we can inspire the teachers. Unless you inspire teachers, teacher community, you cannot get good support in the students' community. When we reach the students, better not to say straight away, love India, serve India. It is, of course, in course of time, they will reach to the point. But let them be enlightened, selfish citizens. Let them be happy at their own sincere efforts to achieve goals, not at the cost of others. If those moral values, let them benefit first, let benefit society least, let them start with that approach, then gradually they can become enlightened, unselfish people. Consequently, what we expect. To have these students, either we go to the colleges or schools occasionally and conduct the dialogue interactive sessions, talk to them freely, understand their limitations, clear their questions, or we invite them to nearby our ashramas. That what we do in Andhra Pradesh, Uttara Andhra area. In short time, within this 8 months, or even less than 8 months, from June onwards, when we tried offline, online classes, we have 21 classes, 21 branch centers in maximum in Samitis. It's a good response. Students are coming, they are working out with their day-to-day curriculum problems. They are happy. They are getting some tuition classes. Because they are happy getting some better marks in their syllabus subjects, parents also appreciating, they also coming with their children. So parents also coming to the member ashramas, then slowly we are able to teach them Vivekananda's ideas. Vivekananda idea mainly to the youth is be bold, be strong, physically, mentally, and morally. To have this physical fitness, we encourage them, providing so many toys, play materials to play. Every Sunday they can learn certain things, moral values. Because children have got good concentration than grown-up people. Once in a week is more sufficient for them to acquire necessary fundamental principles for life. So all of us, either from monastic side, nearby ashramas, or then and there, wherever you can, whenever you can visit the local colleges and schools and take their help, that means students, parents' help, or teachers' help, or from nearby Swamiji's help, and go together and establish certain study circles, study centers, and talk to them freely. Vivekananda is friend of all. Let be Vivekananda ideas friendly to them first. They should be free to approach. They should not be frightened with great ideals. Let them have good understanding of their responsibility. Let them learn slowly so that in course of time they'll become great instruments of Vivekananda. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, Maharaj. Our next speaker is Revered Swami Shubhakarananda Ji Maharaj. Revered Maharaj will speak on the topic, how the Parishad ashramas should work to carry Swamiji's idea of man-making and character building to the youth. Revered Maharaj is Secretary, Ramakrishna Mission, Vivek Nagar, Agartala.
Jananim Saradam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayoshritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu Namashri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Sachit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharune. My humble salutations at the lotus feet of Sri Thakur Ma and Swamiji. My devoted Sastang pranams to revered President Maharaj, all the Vice President Maharajis, General Secretary Maharaj, and all the revered Swamijis, and the chairman of today's session, and all the other Swamis and Matajis, and Ramakrishna Gata Prana Sarvam Stam Pranamamyaham. This reminds me of an incident which was narrated by revered Swami Bhuteshananda Ji Maharaj during his last visit to Delhi Ashrama in 1995. So one of the senior Swamis from the nearby center, he came to visit Maharaj, and after offering pranams, he told Maharaj, Maharaj, please guide me, as I have to go to this Bhava Prachar Parishads meeting. Please tell me something in how to spread the message of Thakur Ma and Swamiji. So on this, Maharaj started narrating one incident. It seems one day Maharaj was traveling and some of the co-passengers of his co-passengers in the same train. They came to Maharaj with some request, and some people came with, Swamiji थोड़ा हाथ देख के बताइए. Then some people came, Swamiji, आप तो जड़ी बूटी तो जानते होंगे, कुछ दीजिए. Then Maharaj told, मैं नहीं जानता हूँ. Then somebody told, महाराज जी आप तो ताबीज अबीज तो जानते होंगे, वो तो देते होंगे, वो तो दीजिए कम से कम. Then Maharaj said, मैं ये भी नहीं जानता हूँ. And one fellow was watching, and he came to Maharaj and told, आप किस तरह के महात्मा है, ना तो आप जड़ी बूटी देते हैं, ना तो आप ये जानते हैं तागा ताबीज देते हैं, ना आप हाथ देखना जानते हैं, आप क्या जानते हैं. Maharaj stopped, and then smilingly he started talking to the Swami who came to visit Maharaj. Then Maharaj told in his own style, Tai to, ame ki jani, what do we know? Then he said, but we know one thing, that we need to have 100% faith in the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda. That faith, that is more important. The topic that has been given to me for discussion today is how Parishad Ashram should work to carry Swamiji's idea of man-making and character building. So this very topic can be deliberated in two parts. Primarily, man-making, meaning of the man-making and character building. And second part is also important, that is the modus operandi to be formed for practical implementation. The first part, it communicates that developing a strong character enables a person to be a good man, a good human being. So education helps him to become perfect. And in the words of Swamiji, character of a man is what he has created himself. It is the result of the mental and the physical actions that he has done in his life. So character is the repeated habits, and again, through some repeated habits, some character can be reformed. That means anyone whosoever committed some mistakes, that can be rectified. But the second part, that is also very much important, that we are going to talk about. And going to the shortage of time, we'll just hint a few important themes. So, number one, that we have started our discussion, that we should have faith in Sri Ramakrishna's words, Thakur Ma Swamiji's words. Secondly, that Swami Apteshwarananda has already discussed about, that we need to have the reading habits of the literature of Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda. And furthermore, we need to have this, all the Parishad Ashramas, especially the executives, they need to sit together, and whatever they have studied, they need to discuss. And this thing it will enable them to have confidence while meeting the people, especially the youth. Sri Ramakrishna himself was LOV personified. What we see in many of the ashramas, when some people come, we become very indifferent. We don't want to talk, as if they will come directly to Thakur, they will talk to Thakur and go, and we don't have any other responsibility. Yes, whosoever comes, this is very important point, whosoever comes, it is our duty to make them feel at home. Whosoever comes to our ashrama, especially the youth. Even if we don't have anything, at least some good thoughts we can give to them. Then it comes, in Hindi there is a beautiful saying, Pahle darshan dhari, piche gun bichari. What happens? No one wants to visit an untidy or shabby looking place. So we need to keep our ashramas, all the ashramas, this regarding cleanliness, we have to be very strict. So when I was there in training center, I got an opportunity to every day to assist the Secretariat of revered President Maharaj, the then President Maharaj, Swami Ranganathanji Maharaj. So I remember one Swami, after becoming Mahanta, and he wrote to Maharaj, Maharaj, please guide me how to smoothly run an ashrama. Then Maharaj gave me dictation like this. Dear such and such, so I have received your letter. The toilets of your ashrama should be kept in such a way so that one can go and meditate there. You have my love and best wishes. Yours affectionately, Swami Ranganathananda. Yes, that is very important thing, the cleanliness, that especially for Indians, the toilets and kitchens are most ignored place. So we should give importance for all the small things, because all these small things only create, so this will have this healthy, once when we have healthy body, we'll have healthy mind. So, and Swamiji says, Swamiji's every idea is yours positive, and whereas Tagore has said, in him everything is positive, nothing negative. So don't, please, we should not say anybody, whosoever comes, he is hopeless. Swamiji said, never say any man is hopeless, because he only repeats character, a bundle of habits which can be checked and better now. And how to do better? So very recently, I happened to be there, one of the private ashrams there in Ambassa. So the secretary of that ashrama is just 24 years old, and in the same executive committee, there are 4 members who are below 30 years. I think they deserve a big hand from the house. So I asked that secretary, so how do you manage? He said, whatever the service activities we take up, so this is compulsory. Each and every executive committee members, they should be present in that thing, in that service activities. That is more important. Sardar to Siddhar. In a letter to Mysore Maharaja, Swamiji is saying, my dear noble prince, the vanities of the world are very much transient, and they alone live who live for others, the rest are more dead than alive. Every day we need to ask ourselves whether we are dead or alive. How we'll understand whether we are alive? We need to think better for others, we need to do something for others. Then only we can spread, we'll be able to spread the message of Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda. And and 2 more notions are there, information and transformation. Nowadays, lot of information you'll be getting. Every day morning you'll get some message or the other, and some sayings. We don't know whose sayings it is, but below it will be written Sri Ramakrishna or Vivekananda. But there is no authenticity. From the end of the ashrama, we can make one point. So weekly once, please don't send daily. Daily if you send message, what will happen? There will be chance of ignoring all those messages. Weekly once, thought of the week, we can send, and there, please note, it should be written the reference. Then only authenticity. Nowadays it is very important to send and spread the authentic message. Or else what will happen? Simply, people are simply some rubbish things, some own things, they are copying from many other gurus, and simply putting the name of Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda, so that it will for their better marketing. Please be very, very much careful about that. But while wrapping up, I'll tell, we started with the thought that we need to have the faith in the universal and the all-embracing message of Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda. We cannot have faith unless until we have love for Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda. One Swami came to Ranganathanji Maharaj and asked, Maharaj, how to develop love for Sri Ramakrishna? Maharaj, with his beaming face, he told, identify yourself with the order. The more and more you identify yourself with the order, one fine morning you will see you have developed tremendous love for Sri Ramakrishna. Once that love is developed, then everything, all the other things will be very easy. My pranams to Sri Ramakrishna, and I pray so that we all can develop love for Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda. Pranam, namaskar.
Many thanks, Maharaj. Our next speaker, Sri Shantanu Paul Purakayastha, is the convener of Uttar Purvanchal 2 Parishad, Assam. He will speak on importance of spiritual discourses and sale of our literature at Parishad Ashramas.
Jananing Sharadang Deving Ramakrishnang Jagadgurung Padapadme Tayasritva Pranamami Muhur Muhur. My most respectful pranam to Swami Muktinathananda, the chairman of Muktinathananda ji, the chairman of this session. My respectful pranam to other revered monks on the dais of the dais. My pranam to Matajis and my pranam to the respected ashrama delegates. Today, I'm honored to address you on a topic of great significance, the importance of spiritual discourses and the sale of Ramakrishna Mission literature at Parishad ashramas. I consider this as a twin pillar of spiritual development which play crucial role in nurturing our inner selves, fostering growth and spreading the message of love, harmony, and enlightenment. To play any musical instrument, we first need to tune it. In the absence of tuning, it is impossible to produce melodious note. Likewise, if we consider this life as an instrument, to play soothing notes of peace and wisdom, it is essential to tune it. And to play the spiritual wisdom, these spiritual parlances, satsangs or spiritual discourses play the role of tuner, which tune us on the path of spirituality. In today's high-tech world, we are either fully immersed in articulating machines like smartphone, tablets, PCs, etc., or are caught up in the professional lives most of the time. In such scenario, where we are constantly in touch with Maya or the materialism, it becomes difficult for us to stay connected with the Lord Almighty. And thus it becomes vital for the disciple to devote some time in the companies of holy sadhus. Such enlightened holy sadhus are the people like spiritual dynamos. Their strong, positive, powerful words serve as wonderful fitness mantras, not only for our body, but also for our mind and soul. In the context of spiritual discourses, one of the modest sources of inspirational and spiritual literature of India, known as Atharva Veda, also advises, O son of nation, man is uplifted only by the company of scholars, the wise and men of good character. While we are all engaged in seva works in our ashramas, we need to see whether our mind is focused on God or it is elsewhere. This is where spiritual discourses become important, contemplating the act of seva. In reality, seva and spiritual discourses are two sides of the same coin. If we only perform seva, our satsang is only half complete, because our spiritual progress may be hindered by lack of spiritual knowledge. Conversely, if we solely immerse ourselves in spiritual discourses, our satsang is also incomplete. We may acquire theoretical knowledge without being able to perfect our sadhana or the spiritual journey. Most revered Swami Sukhadevananda ji was referring same topic in the yesterday's lecture. To gain more insight into this subject, let me tell you a story from an Indian scripture. One sage Narad went to Lord and asked, "O Lord, tell me the greatness of satsang." God did not answer the query directly. Rather, he pointed towards an insect and asked, "Ask that insect and it will answer your question." Lord Narad, says Narad went near the insect and asked, O species of the Lord, can you tell me the importance of satsang? He had hardly completed his question and was eager to listen to the reply when he found the insect died. On getting such an unexpected response, the sage went to the Lord and narrated the entire incident. God asked him to go and ask same question to a parrot which has just taken birth in the nearby house. The sage went to the parrot and placed his question as per the instruction of the Lord. O God, this time again the parrot died. Now sage Narada was fully confused. He rushed to Lord and narrated entire incidents. Lord replied, Narad, do not lose patience. Just now a prince is born to the king of the same town. Go and ask the question to the prince, and this time you will get your answer for the sure. Narada was afraid. He thought, if the same thing happened, what with the little child, the king will not pardon me. But since it Lord instruction, he went to King Palace with a fearful heart. He asked the newborn prince the same question once again, O little one, can you tell me the importance of satsang? To his utter surprise, the small boy did not die. Instead, he smiled and said, O Narad, your words made me free from the trap of 3 birds in which I was forced to face the consequences of my previous deeds. And by the grace of this satsang, I could get this precious human birth again in which I can attain liberation. The moral of this story is that it proves the power of spiritual discourses. Both the insects and the parrot were liberated from the cycle of births and deaths immediately upon hearing the words emphasizing the importance of satsang. Similarly, the prince became free from the trap of the 3 birds in which he was forced to face the consequences of his previous deeds. Thus, spirituality is attained through first-hand experience. My next topic was about the literature, sale of literature in our Parishad ashrama. Just now, previous Swami Apteshwarananda ji mentioned that the scriptures of Ramakrishna missions are its backbone. The Ramakrishna Mission literature holds a special place in the hearts of many. It is a treasure trove of wisdom, offering guidance and inspiration on the path of spirituality. The teachings of Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda, and Holy Mother Sarada Devi, illuminated and associated and published in this literature, provide profound insight into the nature, reality, and for the unity of all religion, and that also pursue the truth. To conclude with both the topics, I would say the spiritual discourses and literature enable us to appreciate the universality of spiritual teachings. Ramakrishna Mission promotes the idea that all religions are valid path to the divine, and their literature emphasizes the importance of religious tolerances and acceptance. By studying and disseminating these teachings, we contribute to the promotion of peace, harmony and mutual respect in a world often divided by religious differences. They provide a refuge for the soul and offer timeless wisdom that can guide us through life challenges. They encourage us to explore the depth of our spirituality, fostering a sense of inner peace, love, and compassion. These books also serve as powerful tools for promoting interfaith harmony and tolerance. Jayatu Sri Ramakrishna.
Thanks, Mr. Purakayastha. Next, our next speaker will be Shri Sarbeswar Sahoo, convener Odisha Parishad. He will speak on the topic of common problems faced by Parishad ashramas and their solutions.
Jananing Sarada Deving Ramakrishnang Jagat Gurum Padapadme Tayo Sritva Pranamami Muhur Muhu. Revered Srimad Swami Muktinathananda Ji Maharaj, Chairman of this session, my humble and respectful pranam to the monks on the dais, my devoted pranams to the monks sitting on of the dais, my pranam to the nuns present here, dear conveners representing from different parts of the country, my fellow delegates. At the very outset, I express my sincere gratitude to the Central Committee of Bhava Prachar Parishads Convention for giving me an opportunity to stand in the holy precinct of this Ramakrishna Math and Belur Math. My topic for discussion is the common problems faced by the Parishad ashramas and their solution. Problems, hurdles, obstacles are very natural in every sphere of life. But they teach more, they give more experience, they give us the new paths for coming forward. So there is no wonder for it, and organizations are no exception to it. If our Parishad ashramas are remain confined with the conventional pujas, ceremonies, then no problem would crop up. But if we go for Bhava Prachar activities, then definitely problems will crop up. So, how to solve it? Swamiji's message contains all the solutions. While giving an introduction to the complete works of Swami Vivekananda, Sister Nivedita writes, Swami Vivekananda's message contains world's heal all. That means his message contains the cure of all diseases of the mankind. So we should not be worried about it. You imagine how Swamiji faced the hurdles, problems after the demise of his father, going to America and sustaining there for 4 years. So we should not be worried for the problems. Swamiji has assured us every work has to pass through 3 stages. One is ridicule, then opposition, then only don't. So he has given an example of a river. A river acquires velocity when it gets resistance. So don't be worried, but try to face it and be steadfast in our mission. Be steadfast in your ideal. And Swamiji also says, oppositions foretells the success. So, but while in working in our respective ashramas, we find so many problems. And I want to categorize them into 4 heads. Number 1, inefficiency in managerial skill of the office bearers. Mostly our ashramas are organized, managed by the household devotees, lay devotees. So the leaders, the office bearers, vision, their dedication, their commitment, their spirit to lead forward the ashram depends on their judgment, on their aspirations. So they can give they can give the concrete shape, the enduring shape to the ashram, provided they are committed, they are spirited, and they imbibe the spirit of the holy trios in a right way. So, but in most of the cases we find our office bearers have poor leadership quality. They don't understand, they don't have the clarity on the 10-point guidelines. And sometimes they, in spite of shouldering the responsibility first on their own shoulder, they try to shift on others. They expect more for the members. They always try to command. And while commanding, sometimes ego, pride, they are also reflected before the members. So how to solve it? Swamiji says, 3 solutions Swamiji has given. Be a servant first. Adopt the servant leadership. Swamiji has formulated his ideas. He has given the ways. He says, while commanding, feel that I am the mere servant in the hands of Sri Ramakrishna. And it is an opportunity on my part. I am an instrument into his hands. So, first thing, we should sacrifice us first. The leaders should sacrifice first. The leaders, Swamiji has identified our true nature of commanding. He has said, our commanders, from a safe distance, they say, fight on, oh brave lads, out of fear. So our leaders, our office bearers, similarly, in some extent, they follow it, and we should not do it as Swamiji's instruction has given. So the office bearers should have the great enterprise, tremendous energy, and boundless courage, and above all, perfect obedience. So obedience is the first condition of a leader. We see when the felicitation was done here on this dais, what obedience among the brother monks has, we should observe. So it is the right platform. How, with obedience, we should carry forward the messages of Swami Vivekananda. And Swami Vivekananda has warned also, give up hateful malice. Give up the dog-biting nature. Don't quarrel among yourself for powers. And try to love all. Unless you love, unless you be a servant in the hands of the master, you can't coordinate the will of other member ashramas, or we could not will the power of coordination. Swamiji has truly identified that one of the great defects of our ashramas in India is we don't have the permanent organization. As the reason is, our leaders never want to share power with others. And they don't think what will come after we are gone. So we should take care of it. We, the leaders, should try to prepare the second line of defense. The second generation people should come up, so that whenever the office bearers will be old, they will carry forward the torch. So the second thing is our inactive members. The members which are involved in our ashramas, some of them, they are very inactive. And they think that it is the duty of the office bearers. Can anything be done if unless everybody exerts up to his utmost? It is not the duty of the office bearers only. It is a teamwork to carry forward the missionary activities, Bhava Prachar activities. Collective effort is necessary. As the members are mostly initiated devotees, they have to stay on, they have to thrive on Thakur's message that God realization is our goal. Swamiji's message, be and make. So how can we be departed from the ashram activities? So from this platform, we should take a mission, the members. They should have an equal important role for the enrichment of the ashrams. We can't be away from them. And for this, members should have the mutual love, cooperation, coordination, solidarity, cohesion among yourselves. By observing your solidarity, cohesion, integrity, the other members will be involved. We always find our members is very low. So why? This is because our members, they don't have the feelings that we are one. So once we put hatred and jealousy among ourselves, then it will rebound in a compound interest. So my sincere request to all of the members that we should love each other. Our master is the love personified. You see, mother, what she has told. Make the whole world your own. No one is a stranger. Try to make them your own, so that other members will be attracted to your sanghas. And our life, our character, our activities, that will definitely attract the new members. Then only the new members will be involved and they will help you in the missionary activities. And the third thing is, it is already mostly discussed, involvement of the youth. Most of the ashramas, we seriously lament that we don't have the youth people. So we have to undertake certain youth programs particularly for them. And then only they will take up the responsibilities. And fourth one is, I want to like to tell that our ashramas mostly run with the donations, subscription of the members. We have inadequate funds, and those funds which we have got, that was not fully efficiently utilized. So the leaders, the EC members, governing body members should contribute first. Then only the other members will contribute. And sometimes we tell others, you contribute, whenever we don't know, contribute ourselves first. So it is my sincere request, also the members should contribute first. Next only, if we can contribute, we should have some samadhana. Samadhana means, if we have leisure times, we go to the ashram and flower the plants. In monthly or once or twice, we can go to the ashram and clean up the ashram, so that with samadhan we can better efficiently manage our funds. And the last one, be transparent in the account matters. Be vigilant on our receipt and payment accounts. You should think that people are donating in the name of the Sri Ramakrishna, and the devotees are contributing from their hard-earned money. So we should be very careful whenever we are spending the money. So last on, take up a mission, we should work forward. My bodiless message will inspire you, Swamiji has told. And just we have completed 125 years. And another time, before a long time is with us, so let us march ahead. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Sahoo. Shri S. Prabhakaran will be our last speaker before the chairman's address today. He is joint convener, Tamil Nadu Parishad. He will speak on importance of half-yearly and annual conferences of Bhava Prachar Parishads. Sir, see if you can finish in 5 minutes, because Maharaj has to be given something.
Om Sabhagaya Sadharmasya Sarva Dharma Swarubine Avadara Varishtaya Ramakrishna De Namaha. I offer my Swastanga pranams at the holy feet of the Swamijis and Madajis. My loving salutation to all the devotees present who are specially selected by the holy trio to do their work, and who do that work with Shraddha, taking it to be their all in their life. The all-important teachings of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna was that the aim of this human life is hard realization. Swami Vivekananda, his chief disciple, took this word by preaching the teachings of his Guru. There were so many devotees who came across in the life of Swamiji and helped him in his work. We can be proud that we are also a few of those fortunate devotees. In Gita, Bhagavan Sri Krishna assured, I am responsible for the welfare of those who surrendered unto me. In the same way, Swamiji said that he would be behind every one who did his work. All of us, those who do his work, would definitely have felt this as many moments. In the year 1980, the all-world Sri Ramakrishna Devotees Conference was held at Belur Math. The then President, most revered Swami Veereswarananda ji Maharaj, started this Bhava Prachar Parishads with a lofty intention that those unaffiliated organizations which do regular worship, celebrations, service, etc. should join with Belur Math and follow proper regulations, receiving guidance from Belur Math. Now, these organizations, like a banyan tree, have grown vastly and are working so well under the supervision and guidance of Belur Math that millions of devotees derive benefit from them. As per the advice of the Belur Math, in every state, the Bhava Prachar Parishads organization should conduct an annual conference and an half-yearly conference. A state may have more than one zone also, and each zone should conduct this conference separately. I am grateful to be provided an opportunity to talk about the importance of this periodical conference. First point of importance that I want to mention before you is that we, the President and Secretary of different organizations, get to meet and know each other. This produces a strong, loving bond between us. We have got similar interest. Don't we remember what Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna told about a hember smoker meeting another hember smoker? We can exchange ideas about the activities of our individual ashramas. We may find some activities that would be implemented in our ashrama. We may find some ways by which we need to approach solving the problems or our difficulties. The suggestions and informations given by the President and Vice President Swamis of the Parishad often give us new impetus for our work and help us to run our ashramas with new vigor. The representative sent by the headquarters shares his experiences gained from the other states, giving us some new inputs, and he reminds us the guidelines and objectives of the Parishad. These meetings help us to renewing our dedication to carry out the two main aspects of our activities, which are worship and service. Just as our Parishad song asks us, Sangatchatvam Samvadatvam, these meetings help us in reminding that we are not alone. We are a part of a big group, doing our selfless service unitedly, following and preaching the same ideal unitedly, etc. Youth convention, public meeting, procession, etc., which are conducted as part of these meetings, help us take our sacred message of the Holy Trio to the youth and general public, thus pushing the future generations towards spiritually. So, let us not forget that we have all been chosen to do the work of our Lord Sri Ramakrishna. So, let us be the alert soldiers of that Swami Vivekananda's army. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thanks, Mr. Prabhakaran. We will now request Revered Swami Muktinathananda Ji Maharaj, Chairman of this session, to give his words of blessings. Revered Maharaj is Secretary, Ramakrishna Mission, Sevashrama, Lucknow.
Jananim Saradam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu Namah Shri Jatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. Dear brother monks and respected devotees seated on the dais, revered and dear brother monks, respected Sannyasini Matajis, dear devotees and respected mothers. It's a great privilege for all of us to be present in this historic occasion and participate in the 125th anniversary of our holy order, and especially to share our thoughts about the Bhava Prachar Parishads. In today's session, our topic is its achievements and scope. Our learned speakers have already given you very important inputs, along with the other valuable thoughts we have been receiving for the past 1.5 days. At the outset, we must have a pause and think who we are. Who are the participants of this Bhava Prachar Parishad? As has been said by most of the speakers, that Bhava Prachar Parishad constitutes the renewed and renovated Ramakrishna order. Ramakrishna Sangha, as has been said by Swami Vivekananda, is the body of Sri Ramakrishna, is the living body of Sri Ramakrishna, and whoever serves the order serves Sri Ramakrishna. So we don't see Ramakrishna order as different from Sri Ramakrishna himself. And Ramakrishna order, the organization, was established by no other than Thakur himself. The avatar came, and to propagate his ideas, he left behind his living body, and which was formally inaugurated on 1st May 1897. There Swamiji said that this organization is being established. Remember, it was established in the house of a householder, Balaram Basu. And he requested the householder members present in the congregation, Ei kaje amar shohayok houn. Please help us in this activity. So the monks were in the forefront, and the householder devotees of Sri Ramakrishna were at the background. And it continued for long 83 years. And the order took a review headed by the then President, Swami Apteshwarananda Maharaj, and he shifted the paradigm. Now the householders became in the forefront, and the monks took the back seat. And this is the beginning of the Bhava Prachar Parishad. So first of all, we all, the monks and householder devotees, should feel greatly privileged that we have been selected by Sri Ramakrishna himself to become a part and parcel of his body. We constitute the body of Sri Ramakrishna. There should be tremendous self-respect, self-importance, but not self-pride. Because Swami Sharadananda ji, in the first great meeting of the devotees in 1926, he gave a warning that do not feel proud that you have been selected by Sri Ramakrishna, but if you fall short, one fine morning you will see that you are summarily dismissed and somebody else has come forward to take your position. So you should be always humble but proud that we are important members of Sri Ramakrishna, for which we must have a review that what have we achieved so far. We have heard the statistics that in 1980 it was only 4 parishads and now it has grown into 9 times more, 36, and the number of ashramas has become 1,062. And the achievements so far we find in all the ashramas, there are 5-point achievements we have noticed in general, that almost every ashramas are following the 10-point guidelines. They attend the 2 conferences per year. They observe the National Youth Day on 12th January. And there are periodic meetings in the ashramas. And the distribution of literature in some way or other. Nevertheless, we have a tremendous scope lying ahead of us. The first is that we feel the importance of the members and give respect to each other. Each is great in his own place. And we must join hand in hand, the householders and the monks, because we have 5 important points common with us. We have a common goal, that is God realization. We have a common way, that is Tyaga. Tyage naikam niditya manashu. Both the householders and monks accept that way. We have a common ideal, Thakur Ma Swamiji, and we have a common method, as taught by Sri Ma Sharda Devi, loving each other. Make the whole world as our own, and that is the key for propagation and prachar. How can we serve Thakur? Swami Vivekananda said, Shango প্রচার সঙ্গে জীবনী শক্তি কখনো প্রচার হইতে বিরত হইও না. Prachar, the preaching is the life force of any organization. Never be slacking in your preaching work. Never discontinue your preaching work. And we have heard so many times that practice is better than precept. The life is the greatest teaching mechanism. So each member connected with the Bhava Prachar should be very careful about their personal life. Now, before you proceed for Bhava Prachar, as Revered Swami Muktinathananda used to say, we have to be careful about Bhav Grahan, Bhav Sangdakshan, and then it comes Bhava Prachar. Now, while we talk about Bhav Grahan, that acquisition of the Bhava, that should be done by regular study, as we have been told by so many speakers, that every day Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Ma Sharda Devi, and complete works of Swami Vivekananda, along with Bhagavad Gita, must be daily routine of our study, to keep us updated with the bhava of the Holy Trinity and the Almighty. Then it should be coupled with regular meditation, japa and prayer. And thirdly, those who are involved in the Bhava Prachar if they are not initiated, they must try to get initiated from the Gurus of our order as early as possible. This is very important for propagation of the ideas to become spiritually connected with the order. Regarding Bhava Sangdarshan, we must understand and appreciate that we are the instruments in the hand of Sri Ramakrishna. And he is getting the work done through us. So we must be very careful in keeping the instrument healthy. Everyone involved in this Bhava Prachar must take personal care to make their body and mind fit so they can continue to do the service for a long way to come. Secondly, that they should try to protect the Bhava Prachar by keeping it shielded from the cyber nuisance. And thirdly, they should get it connected with the mainstream by keeping in touch with the order in as close as possible. And by the third point is Prachar. The Prachar we should remember 8 points to do the Prachar. First is the spread of literature. There should be various ways of spreading of literature by mobile, book form, book participation in book fair, and sale of our books, and involve the youth in conducting this book drive program, and then the arranging holistic literature, the lectures periodically, then the arranging Diksha program is important by being in touch with the local institution or local ashramas, and please see that as many as possible the members themselves and others should get initiated by the authorized Gurus of our order. Then we should be involved in charitable activities, some relief activities to make the society, the locality aware that we are friends of them, and then arrange health awareness camps in touch with the local hospitals and health program, the health clinics, specialized clinics, and do some service over the poor and downtrodden as per the tenets of the 10 point, and arrange CAP program, as has been said repeatedly, involve the children and involve the youth, to engage the youth, to teach the children by some yoga, some ancient literature, and give them the time, and then make it the WhatsApp group, and then have in the ashramas you should have the regular meetings, and at least once a meeting a week, having the Sankalpa part has been given from the headquarters, some puja in the mini week, singing of Aarti, some discussion, and making one note, and arrange the Bhava Prachar, as has been said, arrange the youth. Youth is the main force. So we can connect the youth vigorously, and then call the children, and then the seniors should work actively and feel blessed and pray to Sri Ramakrishna Srimad Sharda so that they may continue to serve them as long as possible. Thank you.
We offer our humble pranams to revered Swami Muktinathananda Ji Maharaj. So with this, we come to the end of this session. You would have noticed there is one person, Mr. Sri C.V. Ajit Kumar, on the last, who did not speak here. What he has done is he has written down synopsis of everything that was told, and at 2 o'clock when we will all assemble in Nag Mahashaya Hall, there he will be presenting the synopsis of the proceedings of this session. So we will offer our humble pranams to all the revered Maharajis on this panel, and our deepest gratitude to the conveners on this panel. So with this, Maharaj, we will conclude this session, Maharaj.